What's up YouTube, it's Aditya S, and today we're going to be learning how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Dun, dun, dun! You may be asking, how are we going to solve this mysterious 3-dimensional puzzle? Well, it's actually not that hard. What we're going to do is we're going to break this video into 3 steps. 1. Learn the basics. This is what this part of the video is about. 2. Learn the algorithms. For those of you who don't know how algorithms or series of movements are related to the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, well, this is how it works. The Rubik's Cube isn't all about learning and figuring out how the cube works so you can solve it with your mind. It's more about using these series of movements called algorithms that you can use in certain parts of the areas in solving a cube to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. And step 2 is going to be learning those algorithms. And step 3 is going to be learning how to use those algorithms while solving the Rubik's Cube. So let's get started. For the basics, there are a few things you need to know. Well, actually only 2 things. These middle pieces, these center pieces as we call them, on each and every single color, never move, no matter what we do. Up face, if we move the right face, the left face, the bottom face, what? This centerpiece never moves. So we can easily infer from that we know that this will always be the orange side because the orange centerpiece will always be there. This side will always be the green side because this green centerpiece over here will always be here and not here or here. And inferring that, we can easily solve the cube by relatively solving these outer edge pieces and connecting them to this middle centerpiece. And that's gonna be basically our objective, to get all of these pieces of the same color into one area and other colors into a different area, and so on. And the second thing you need to know is basically how I'm gonna tell you these algorithms. Well, I'm not just gonna keep on saying to you, do this, then do this, then do this. Well, that's gonna be too confusing. So there's in the method I'm gonna be showing you, there are gonna be these things called notations. Notations are basically just like indicators that you're gonna be doing a movement during an algorithm, such as the movement called up. Up means up stands for moving the up face, which is the upper face, once to the right. Up inverted means up counterclockwise. So we're going to move this face counterclockwise in up inverted. Same for the other faces. For the right face, right means to move the right face clockwise to the right once. And then right inverted means to move it counterclockwise to the left once. Same for the left face. Left means to move the left face clockwise once. And left inverted means to move the left face left inverted once. Left counterclockwise once. And then the down face, the bottom face. Down means to move the bottom face to the right or clockwise once. And down inverted means to move the down face inverted or counterclockwise once. And finally, one thing that you need to know before we start on step 2 and step 3, learning and solving the algorithms, learning the algorithms and using them to solve the cube, we're going to learn one last thing, what the pieces are called. As I've told you already, this is called the centerpiece, this middle one. These ones above, to the right and to the left and bottom of the centerpieces are called what are they called? Edge pieces. These are called edge pieces, the ones that only have 2 colors on top of them. And finally, the last type of piece are called corner pieces, such as this one right over here. Corner pieces have 3 pieces or 3 colors on them, which means that they have to be on the corner of a cube. Corner pieces will always be on the corners of the cube. Edge pieces will always be on the edges of the cube. Center pieces will always be in the centers and will always indicate what color goes on that side of the cube. And that's about it. We've already completed step 1, solving the basics and learning the basics of solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Now, let's give the cube a bit of a shuffle and move on to the next step. Learning and solving the cube. Okay, so now that we got the shuffling out of the way, you probably are thinking, however are we going to solve this with just algorithms? Well, it's quite easy. The first step in solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube is solving the white cross. And how do we solve the white cross? Well, first of all, we find this white centerpiece and keep it on the top of the cube. And just for, if you don't know how the white cross looks like, it's going to be a cross that goes across the white side. Just like that. So these 4 pieces will be white. So how are we going to do that? We're going to put, just like I said before, the white centerpiece on top of the cube, just like that. And then what we're going to do is find white edge pieces. Edge pieces are the ones that are in the middle. These 2 colored pieces which are in the middle and left or right or up or down in relative to the center pieces. So we found one right over here. To put this up into the upper layer and create this cross, what we're gonna do is bring this piece down to the bottom of the cube. See, now it's at the bottom, on the bottom face. What we're gonna do, wait one sec, we're gonna do next is take this piece and simply move it below the color that the other piece with the white is relative to. So this piece has a white and a blue piece on top of it. So what we're gonna do is, once we've moved it down to the bottom, like I just did, we're going to match the other color up with its own centerpiece. So the other color is blue and we're matching it up with its own blue centerpiece. Then after that, after we got that matched up, since the white side is on the top, we're gonna give the front face a good spin, 180 degrees, and here we have it. 1/4 of the white cross is done, along with a bit of the first 2 layers of the cube also done, both of these blue pieces. What we're gonna do next is do that again. Let's go ahead and find another white edge piece. Haha, here's one, white and orange. Let's move that to the bottom, like that. It's on the bottom face. Then the color that the white is connected to, orange, is going to be the centerpiece where we're going to move this piece to. So now that we've got the orange and orange matched up, we're gonna take this white piece and move it to the top and create our cross using a nice front 180 degrees spin, just like that. There we have it. Another piece of our cross is done. That's good. And one more thing that you need to keep in mind as you're solving the Rubik's Cube is that there is a bit of brain power involved. So let's look at this. Here is our red and white centerpiece that we need to move into the white cross over here. Well, how are we going to do that? The steps are to move it to the bottom, arrange the other color with its own centerpiece, just like that, and move it to the top to create a cross. But as you probably saw there, this piece was already arranged in the proper formation. All we needed to do was give it a 90-degree spin, and the cross would have also been completed, along with the other color being matched up with its own centerpiece. So now that that's done, we can move on to the next and final piece of the white cross. Here is our last edge piece. Now what we're gonna do here is to get this down to the bottom face without moving or changing this white cross. We're gonna move it down. See, we're breaking the white cross a bit there, but that's all fine. We're gonna move it to the side and bring this nice piece of the white cross right back up, so we don't break the white cross and we get this piece to the bottom. So what we're gonna do is match the other color up on underneath its own centerpiece, just like that, green with green, and give it a nice 180 degrees flip. What? Look at this. The green and the white are flipped. But how did that happen? Let's retrace our steps. Let's move this green and white cube edge piece right back to the bottom face, and then let's think about it. If we move this front face 180 degrees, the green side's gonna be on the top and the white side's not. It's gonna be here. But to escape this problem, what we're gonna be doing is learning our first algorithm. Now, how does an algorithm work? Just like I explained to you guys before, what we're gonna do is use our notations that we learned in the basics portion of the video and use that to learn the algorithm. So the first notation is gonna be up. So we're gonna move the up face clockwise once. The first move is gonna be front. So then we're gonna move the front face clockwise once. Then the next face, the next move is going to be up. Then left inverted to move the left face counterclockwise to get that across, and then connecting these other colors with their own centerpieces will be an up inverted. So moving the up side counterclockwise once, and there we go. There we have it. We are done with the white cross. And just for the record, I've got the notations of all these algorithms written down in the description below, so you can check them out whenever you would like. So now that we've got the white cross done, let's move on to the next step in solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Okay, so now that we've got the white cross done, what we're going to be doing is solving the rest of the white face, these corner pieces. Now, how are we going to do that? First of all, we're going to look at what we're going to need here. We're going to need an orange piece here for this orange face, a green piece here to help complete this green face, and a white piece here to help complete this white face. Now to do that, we need a corner piece which has all three of these colors, white, orange, and green. Now we're going to go look for that. Let's have a look. Aha! White, green, and orange. This is the corner piece we've been looking for. Now, what we're going to be doing is moving this corner piece to the right position and where it should be going. The corner piece that you need to put up into the white face should be on your bottom right, and where it should be going up here should be in your upper right. So once you've got that layout done, we're gonna do one more algorithm: right inverted, down inverted, right down. So to do this, we're gonna be doing right inverted, right counterclockwise, down inverted, down counterclockwise, and then right, right clockwise, down, down clockwise. Let's do that again. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down, right inverted, down inverted, right, down. And there we have it. This corner piece is in the right position. White matching with white, orange matching with orange, and green matching with green. So now we have just 3 more corner pieces to do. So to do them, we have to do the same exact method. We have to find what corner piece needs to go here. A green, red, and white one. Well, let's look for that. Oh, here it is. Green, red, and white. White, green, and red. Let's move that underneath where it should go, and then keep where it should go in our upper right, and keep the actual piece in our lower right, facing the cube, and do the algorithm. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down, 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 right inverted, down inverted, right, down. There we go. We're done with all this of the white face. And as you've just noticed, you have to do that algorithm as many times as you need to, up to 6 times, until you get it into the correct alignment. So let's go on and find another piece. Here we go. It's a white, blue, and orange. That won't fit here because what we need here is a red, blue, and white piece. So let's find that red, blue, and white piece. Here it is. So bringing it into the proper alignment with where it should go in our upper right, and where the piece actually is, right beneath that in our lower right, and do the algorithm. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. And as you just saw there, we got a bit lucky this time. We just had to do that algorithm once. And finally, let's do the last and final step. Bringing this last piece underneath where it should go, and keeping where it should go in our upper right, and the piece on our lower right, and doing the algorithm. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down, right inverted, down inverted, right, down, right inverted, down inverted, right, down. And there you have it. We finished this entire white face along with one complete row of all the other colors except yellow. And we're almost done with the cube now. We just have a few more steps, and then you'll know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So let's get started on the next step. Okay, so now that we've gotten the white side all complete, the next step is going to be solving the first 2 layers, or these 2 layers. So this side has to be all blue. These 2 layers have to be all red. These 2 layers, which are already green, have to be green in the proper layout. And these 2 layers have to be orange. Now, as you just saw, we've already done one of the layers while solving the white side. So all we're doing is finishing up solving these 2 layers by solving this upper layer over here, this middle one. So to do these first 2 layers, what we're going to be doing is looking for edge pieces, such as this one, or that one, or that one, or that one, that are in the upper layer that have to go here, 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 or here. So I'm gonna find one. Let's see. Here's one. And this has to go right over here. So what I'm gonna do is take this piece, and the piece that's facing me in this edge piece, I'm gonna put it over the center piece of the same color. So here's a red and a blue. I'm gonna put the red over the blue, and then keep the blue on the top. And in this situation, you can do 2 algorithms, to the left or to the right. depending on where this piece has to go. If this piece has to go here, which is to the right, then you do the to the right algorithm. If it has to go left, then you do the to the left algorithm, and it goes to the left. So over here, this is a red and a blue. So we have to get a red and a blue piece here. So it's gonna be to the left. So let's get on with it and do it. So to do the to the left algorithm, this is quite a big algorithm. So just stick with me. We have to basically do 8 steps, and as you start doing these 8 steps, you'll easily memorize this algorithm. It's not that hard. So to do to the left, to do to the left algorithm, what you need to do are these steps: up inverted, left inverted, up, left, up, and then front, up inverted, and front inverted, so we don't mess up the white side. And now we got that piece there. Let's try again. So red, and let's find one. Aha, a blue and an orange piece, edge piece. Where does this need to go? Over here, because this is the orange side, this is the blue side. So what we need to do is get this piece over here. So what we're gonna be doing is the same exact algorithm: up inverted, left inverted, up, left, up, front, front inverted, up inverted, and then front inverted. And there we go. We've got that piece right over here without messing up the white side. Let's try that again. Let's find the piece. Aha, here's one. This piece has to go here. But as you noticed, after matching this red with the red centerpiece, this doesn't go to the left. This piece has to go to the right. So how are we going to do that? Well, to do this, we have to bring this piece to the right with this algorithm: up, right, up inverted, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, up, and finally front. And there we go. We are almost done with the first 2 layers. And finally, here's the last piece. This piece has to go right over here because it has green and orange on it, and this is the green and orange sides. So to get this over here, the one thing that we need to do is, once again, bring it over the same color centerpiece so that green matches up with green, and do this has to go to the right, so we have to do to the right algorithm. So let's do that. Up, right, up inverted, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, up, and front. And there we go. Without messing up this side, we have moved this piece successfully from here to here and solved the first 2 layers. And one thing that you have to keep in mind, this didn't happen to me in this situation. There are sometimes gonna be no pieces. Let's say that there's some random edge piece over here, and the green and the orange edge piece is not up here. All we have up here are colors with the yellow, which don't go in this place because there are no yellow colors in these first 2 layers. What we do then is do to the left, to the left or to the right algorithm anywhere on the cube, such as here or here. Anyway, according to our example, this needs to be replaced with a better, with the green and orange edge piece, which is not in the top layer. What we would do is either face the cube this way and then take any piece, any edge piece in the top layer and do to the right to move it here, or do any edge piece over here, any edge piece in the top layer, and move it to the left over here. So we can temporarily replace whatever pieces up here, so then we get this piece to the top, and then we can use our algorithm strategy to move it up here. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's go on to the next step, solving the final layer of the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Okay, so now that we've got the first two layers done, the next part in solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube is solving the yellow cross. Now, once you are done with the first two layers, just like that, there are going to be 4 or 5 different situations you're going to be in. Either, first of all, you may just have a dot in the middle, a yellow dot, and none of these 4 parts of the cross are done. The second situation, like me, is that you have a line right in the middle, this way or this way. The third situation is that you have kind of like a backwards L, like this, just like that. And the fourth situation is that you have the complete cross done. So first of all, let's talk about situation 4. You have the entire cross done. In that case, you have the cross done, so you can easily move on to the next step in solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. If you have a situation like me in which you have a line, we'll go over that right now. When you have a line, you take any of these 2 edge pieces, the ones that aren't part of the line in the top layer, and choose one of them. For me, I'm going to choose the one right in front of me, this blue and yellow edge piece. What I'm going to do now is move the top face above the same color in this edge piece, the blue. So I'm going to move this edge piece on top of the blue face. Or let's say if I selected this edge piece, I would move it on top of the red face. But I can only use these 2 in this situation, not these 2 edge pieces which are part of the line. So because I've gotten the red and yellow edge piece right above the red face, I'm just going to use that now. Once you've got that done, what you can do is do this algorithm. Front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, and front inverted. Now, as you just saw, we have our line. But let's say you have another situation which I'll find and make for you guys in just 1 second. 1 second. And there we go. In this situation, we have an L or a backwards L. Here, what you want to do is take this backwards L and keep the entire backwards L in your upper left corner. So now that it's in our upper left corner, what we want to do is keep it there and move the edge piece right that's facing us and is right below this L or backwards L, whatever it is, and get that edge piece underneath it and the one that's facing you above the corresponding color to the yellow. So since we have this edge piece as a yellow and a green edge piece, then we're gonna move it above the green face. Once we've got that done, we're gonna do our algorithm again. Front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, and front inverted. And there we go. we have the line once again, and from here you can do the steps I showed you earlier to get the yellow cross, just like that. Now the final situation you can have is just a regular yellow dot, and I'll show you that in just 1 second. Just must get that yellow dot in the middle. Nope, still not yet. Nope. And yes, and there we go. We have our yellow dot. In the case that you do have this yellow dot after you solve the first 2 layers, what you need to do is take any of these 4 edge pieces on the top layer and match them up with their corresponding color. So let's say we're choosing this yellow and blue edge piece over here. What we're going to do is match the corresponding color, which is blue, with the blue face. Once we've got that done, what we're going to be doing is simply doing our algorithm again: front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, and front inverted. And after that, we're going to get our L, in which case we're going to use the steps as I showed you before: front, right, up inverted, and front inverted. And our final line step: front, right, up inverted, and front inverted. And there we go. We have our cross. And now that once you've got the cross, we can move on to our next step, which will be pairing these edge pieces with their matching colors. So now that we've got the cross done, let's move on to that step. Okay, so now that we've got this yellow cross done, just like I said, what we're going to be doing next is basically connecting these edge pieces to the correct face. So if we have a yellow and an orange edge piece, what we're going to be doing is connecting it to the correct face, which is the orange and the yellow. And if we have blue and a yellow edge piece, what we're going to be doing is connecting that to the same and correct face. The blue with the blue and the yellow with the yellow. Now, this is actually one of the easiest steps in solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. What you want to do is that you can do this algorithm, which I'm going to show you in just 1 minute. And there are going to be 2 possible situations that you're going to have. So the first situation, which I'll go over right now, is that when you try to align the most possible edge pieces, you're going to find something like this. You get one of them aligned correctly to the proper face, like this over here. Yellow with yellow, green with green. And another which is exactly opposite to that, which is also aligned. When you have this situation, you have to do this algorithm on any of the correctly corresponded sides. So for now, I'm just going to do it on this green and yellow side, in which I've matched up the correct green and yellow edge piece. The algorithm is quite simple: right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, up, and right inverted. And there we go. We have these two edge pieces properly connected. As you just saw while I was trying to rotate the cube, we don't have these ones done. So this is the second situation. For guys who are solving the Rubik's Cube, for people who are solving the Rubik's Cube, who don't have the two of the edge pieces completely opposite to each other, for them, they're going to have this situation in which if they try to match up these edge pieces with the correct faces, orange and orange, green and green, they're going to get two of them properly aligned, which are right next to each other, like here with this orange and this green. So in that case, what you do is turn the cube all the way to the left, going away from properly done edge piece number 1, turning left to the properly placed edge piece number 2, and to this third, which is edge piece which is not properly placed and is switched with this one. Once you've gotten there, you do the same algorithm again. Right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, up, and right inverted. Once you've got that done, we can give the cube, the top face, one last spin, and there we go. We have all of these edge pieces properly aligned. Now we can go on to the next step, solving the whole yellow face. Now to solve the entire yellow face, what we need to do first of all is figure out if our corners are placed correctly. So let's see over here. Is this corner supposed to be here? This is an orange, blue, and a yellow corner. Is it supposed to be here? Well, yeah, because what we need here is a corner piece that has yellow here, orange here, and blue here. Now, this corner meets all those specifications. So this is a correct corner. Let's see some more. Is this corner piece properly placed? Over here, we need a yellow up here, a blue over here to complete the blue side, and a red piece over here to complete the red side. This corner piece does not meet those specifications. It doesn't have the color blue, and instead it has the color green. So this corner should not be here. Instead, it should be where the red, green, and the yellow meet over here. So in this situation, we have to learn one last algorithm to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. We go back to our properly placed corner. If there are no properly placed corners in the cube, what we do then is do this algorithm anywhere on the cube. And that's that. So then let's get started. We keep this properly placed corner in the upper right of where we're facing, and we do this algorithm. It's quite easy to remember if you think about it this way. Up, and then away from you. So then this side has to go away from you. Up inverted. Now the other side has to go away from you. Up towards you, and then up inverted towards you. Now, though this doesn't meet the notations we've been using for all the algorithms, it's a pretty simple way to remember this algorithm. Let's say that again. Up, away from you, up inverted, away from you, up towards you, up inverted towards you. Quite simple. And now as we can see here, we've got this corner properly placed. What we need here is an orange, blue, and a yellow, and we have that here. We have this corner properly placed. We have this corner properly placed. Finally, we have this corner properly placed. Now that we've got all these corners properly placed, we can move on to the next step. Finally, turning these corner pieces through an algorithm that we already learned while solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, and using that algorithm to completely solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. And just a reminder, not a reminder, but for those of you who did the algorithm just like I said, I told you guys to, and you still have one or two misplaced corners, then what you do then is do that same step again. You find a properly placed corner, keep it in your upper right, and then do that same algorithm: up, away from you, up, inverted, away from you, up, towards you, up, inverted, towards you, again, and then you have it. Just like this cube right over here, you have all these corners properly placed. So let's move on to the last step in solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Okay, so now that are almost done with the final steps of solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, all we need to do now is kind of flip these corners on the sides over here and have them correctly correspond to their proper places. So this orange piece should be here, this blue piece should be here, and this yellow should be here. Same for over here. This red piece should be here, blue piece should be here, and yellow should be there. That's the same for all of these corners. But how in the world are we going to flip them without, deliberately flipping them? Well, now we're going to be going back to an algorithm that we learned while solving the same situation for the white face. Right inverted, down inverted, right down. So now that we've gotten the algorithm set, let's start doing it. You can, for this step, what you can do is take any corner and keep it in your upper right, and then do the algorithm. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. As you just saw over here, once you've got the corner properly placed up, and you can see that when the yellow corresponds to the yellow side, you can give the top of the cube a 90-degree spin, just like that, and continue doing the algorithm. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down, right inverted, down inverted. As you just saw, the yellows are matched up, and right, down. We can give the cube another spin. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down, 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 as you just saw, and the final spin. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down, right inverted, down inverted, right, and down, right inverted, down inverted, right, down, and I think this is the last time. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. And what to do next? Yay, we have solved the 3x3 Rubik's Cube successfully. And now that we've got that done, well, it's time to celebrate. Dun dun dun, we have solved the Rubik's Cube. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you liked this video and learned how to solve the Rubik's Cube efficiently and fast from this video. For more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel, Aditya Hess, and happy cubing!